Here's the deal. Bitboy Crypto is one of the biggest crypto scammers of all time. But unfortunately, so are other major influencers. And guess what? It's your fault. And here's why.
If you guys haven't been with us before, we are the Crypto Boys. You got Colin C here and Joe P joining. Now listen, today's going to be a crazy, wild video. As you can tell from the thumbnail, it's going to be about a lot of shilling and scamming projects, and Bitboy is going to be the centerfold. However, we do have a lot to go over in this video, so let's get right into it.
In the same tweet, he simultaneously says, I personally rigorously vet all paid promotions, as well as we don't promote anything. Obviously, those two phrases are mutually exclusive. Even an idiot can see that.
Upper Echelon, which we will throw his link in the description below, so make sure you check out his full video, but just goes and shows how deep the scamming and promoting of scam projects has gone by Bitboy, regardless if he knew about them or not.
One of the biggest and most well-known pump and dumps by Bitboy Crypto has been Pamp. Pamp, he'd made many videos on before of shilling this project. This shill, of course, was your typical pump and dump scheme. The price, as you can see on the screen right here, went up, dumped down to zero, and now at this point, it's trading literally dollars maybe every couple months. It is literally dead project. Nothing else is left. Some of his other pump and dump schemes, of course, Meridian Network, DISTXY, Ethereum Yield, Celsius Network, and of course, the most recent FTT token. There is a caveat though, he did start to warn some people about FTT token maybe about 2 months ago.
Now, before we expand on the FTT token and how many things are wrong with that right now, Bitboy did go after Atozy, or maybe Atozy went after Bitboy. I'm not sure, chicken or egg right there, but we can tell you this, Atozy warned people in his video out a year ago, which we'll put in a link in the description below. He warned people on exactly what Bitboy was doing, and kind of it gave an idea of what other people were doing as well, especially after this defamation lawsuit that Bitboy filed against Atozy that ended up being completely and total BS, because Bitboy then ran away like a scared little boy and said, nah, we're not going to do the lawsuit. We're going to back off of this, because he probably knew this probably was going to work out very well for him in a court of law.
But yeah, so we are going to drop lawsuit 100%. And I'm sorry this became public. I'm sorry that this has been, misconstrued, but I just want you guys to understand why. It's not frivolous. When someone implies that you can be in trouble from the SEC, that is not frivolous, guys. That's a very, very, very serious matter.
Now that we're in the topic of defamation, let's go ahead and talk about what Bitboy did to Kevin O'Leary. Are we huge Kevin O'Leary fans, Mr. Wonderful? I don't know. I don't even know the guy. Honestly, we don't even know Bitboy. However, defamation, this is the actual definition of defamation. So let's go ahead and read that, and let's see what Bitboy said about Kevin O'Leary being an absolute murderer. Now, armed with that information, you go ahead and make the decision for yourself.
And of course, one of the biggest pump and dump scams, or the biggest scams of all time in the crypto world, is the FTT token. Bitboy Crypto pump and dumped somewhat the FTT token. It was one of his, you must have this token. It is a bear market buster. You gotta have it. It's gotta be in your bag type of token. And here's a video of him saying that.
You gotta go with FTT. They have shifted to long-term holds. They're not afraid to spend money. That means they know they're going to be around. Sandbox, FTT, CRO, these are the 3 top coins I'm looking at right now to accumulate. And if you don't have those in your portfolio, I certainly believe it's a good time to begin adding. I think they're going to hold better if we go into a bear market. And I think there's actually some upside potential for all 3 of those coins.
However, we have to give credit where credit is due, okay? So Bitboy Crypto obviously fooled a lot of people. Obviously, Sam Bankman-Fried also fooled a lot of people, such as Giselle Bundchen, Tom Brady, Kevin O'Leary, Graham Stephan, half the Democratic Party. The list goes on and on how many people this guy had eating and taking out of his own pockets. However, Bitboy Crypto was the one to warn us 2 months ago. Look at the video of exactly what was happening with FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, and what he was doing. I didn't see any of these other people warning their followers and subscribers and people in the space of what exactly Sam Bankman-Fried was doing. So Bitboy Crypto gets a lot of credit from the crypto boys and probably the crypto community for doing just that.
Now, we have 3 simple steps that you should follow to make sure that, well, you don't get scammed ever again. Number 1, every single person is out for themselves for the most part. Are there people that will spend their absolute last penny just to save your life or help you out? Absolutely. Are there people that are so stingy they will never help you out and they want to scam you every single day? Yes, absolutely. So ultimately, If someone has to choose between their family and their YouTube video and them making money, or to help you out, their subscribers, I'm sure they're probably going to choose their family 99 times out of 100. So stop listening to all of the big time YouTubers and the big time people out there that are just yelling into a camera. So just because a YouTuber has been around for a really, really long time doesn't necessarily mean that you can trust them.
That's a great point, Joe. And that's going to bring us to our point number 2. Early crypto investing by all of these YouTubers. You got to realize crypto was completely different 7 days ago, before FTT and after FTT. It was different a year ago, as it was 3 years ago, as it will be 7 years ago. Again, it is changing at all times. So what happened on YouTube has also been completely different than it was just 7 days ago. This is the exact thing every big YouTube channel used to do, especially in 2021 when 87% of people in crypto actually joined the market. So again, every major YouTube channel was really doing this, regardless if they were just taking a percentage of tokens from a project or if they were actually just getting blatantly paid to do it. It doesn't mean they actually knew they were shilling a complete scam. They just knew they were getting paid to shill a project, and who knows how much due diligence they actually did on the project itself. I'll tell you this, Joe, here's what I would like to see. How about when these major YouTube channels, what I want is, when did they get paid? When did they make the video? What was the price before? What did they get their tokens at before they made the video? And then when did they exactly sell it? Bitboy Crypto, as we saw in the Atozy video, let's put that intro up.
I'm just saying, we are the most transparent channel, and people rake us over the coals for things. We do what we say that we do. And you're over here saying that I shill coins, and yesterday you were saying, like, we just go and we say, go buy this, and then we sell bags. Never in the history of this channel have I done that. Not one time, not one single time have I ever done that. And the stuff and the words that come out of your mouth that buy into the meme culture in the echo chamber that you live in, it's asinine, punk. It really, you're out here assassinating people's character. All I said was I didn't agree with the way that you worded that video.
About being very transparent. Well, here's an extremely way to be transparent. Tell us exactly when you sold those projects and when you bought them and when you got the tokens.
I would challenge any YouTuber actually out there that says, hey, I'm buying this, I'm selling this, like we've done in the past. We have literally shown you our wallet. We have literally told you exactly when we bought. I would challenge anybody to be that transparent.
You can even go a step further by saying, hey, if you're that transparent, why don't you release the contract or the details and black out what you have to black out, or the correspondence between you and the project that yo ass was shilling. You could show exactly to your subscribers and all the people who are supposed to follow you exactly how transparent you are, because you can see if you actually shilled a project, sold the tokens, when you sold them, and how much you got paid to shill this project.
And the last way on how to avoid these scams, number one, pay attention, guys. Come on. Cold storage wallet, not your keys. You know the rest. We're not even talk about the rest. But if you are naive enough to keep all of your money on exchanges nowadays, I mean, I hate to say it, but you deserve to have your money taken from you. You have got to be diligent about this. Take your stuff off of exchanges, put it into wallets, just let it sit there. Who cares? It's not going anywhere from there.
And the second point is pretty easy. Keep most of your money, most of the projects you buy, in like the top 10 or top 15 extremely high quality projects with people you trust in doing your own due diligence. 95% of your money should stay in those projects. Now, the other 5%, yeah, it should go into some YOLO project. If you put this in, it's like putting your money in a slot machine. You are already saying this money is gone. It's gone. I don't care what happens to it. I'm trying to turn this $1,000 into $100,000, and that is the only way you should have however much money you decide to put into these YOLO projects.
Now, before we get into the absolute last final thoughts that we have, make sure that you like the video and make sure that you subscribe to the Crypto Boys. We're bringing out awesome content all the time.
One of the final points we need to go over now is taking responsibility for your actions, and for our actions, and for everybody else's actions. You have to be responsible for what you do. You are literally listening to some person talking to a camera and you just decide to YOLO all your money into blank project. That is on you, my friend. That is on no one else but you. There would be no shilling if you decided not to invest in those projects. So again, you have to take some responsibility on yourself to not just listen to somebody talking into a camera, and really go check out these projects for your own self.
This is exactly where we want to be in the space too, because that allows you to have custody over all of your money. The money's not in a bank. They're not lending it out. They're not making money off of your money. You're making the money. You just have to be diligent about where you put that money. So don't take what we're saying here incorrectly. What we're trying to say is that crypto and Bitcoin and all of these other things that we talk about on our channel regularly are going to be around for a long time. Now, did BitBoy promote scams? Yes, unfortunately, that was the lay of the landscape for a long time.
Joe, did he also make hundreds of thousands of dollars on promoting these scams? Yes. Does that mean he exactly knew that he was scamming a project and taking other people's money? No, I really don't think so. Is it possible? Well, yes, it is possible, but that's something we'll probably never know. However, did YouTubers, CEOs, Logan Paul, Jake Paul, did all these other people who invested, Democratic Party, how many hundreds of thousands of people have their hands bloody in taking these kind of scam projects? We'll never ever know the end of that. But it's not just BitBoy Crypto. It is a much larger bubble than any of us are willing to admit.
Now, the only reason why all of these scams work is because we decided to listen. So guys, pay attention to what we're talking about here. We want to know your comments in the description below. So drop your comments, talk to us about scammers. What do you guys think? Is BitBoy a scammer? And as always, thanks for rocking with the fittest crypto channel on YouTube. We're out.